Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel and also welcome if you're new. My name is Lakna, thank you for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about 2025, the year as a whole, and some of the overarching themes I see coming up. And this is using a blend of my intuitive insights and Vedic astrology, numerology, and tarot. So 2025 is a number 9 year. When you add up 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, it is 9. So this number has this energetic blueprint, you could say, over this entire year. We are moving from a number 8 year. 2024 was an 8 year, and 8 is ruled by Saturn. This year of 2024 has been very karmic. It's been very, like the theme has been like the number 8, the infinity symbol, like what goes around comes around, seeing how our actions and the way that we are moving about through life does have consequences, negative or positive. Nothing is negative or positive, it's just really we put in that meaning into the consequences that we experience, and these are based upon the actions that we take. And this energy of 8 has been wanting us to really hone in on how we are living on a day-to-day basis, and if our life is fully aligned with our authentic self, if we are doing what is truly important for our higher selves and our soul and our path, if everything is aligned. And if things are not aligned, we have been called, we have been asked to change and to do the difficult things, to take those necessary steps. No matter how uncomfortable they are, we have been pushed to make those changes to really help ourselves grow and be the best versions of ourselves. Like when you think about the number 8, like the actions that we take, some of these things keep us in loops, keep us going back and forth, around and around. And now moving into this number 9 year, we are coming closer to a completion. Number 9 does signify a completion of a cycle, and we are now being pushed to really let go of some of these patterns, these karmic things that have been keeping us in loops and keeping us trapped. Number 9 is a lot about our action in life and how we move through life, the actual physical actions that we take to create change. The number 9 is ruled by the planet Mars, which is all about action and our drive and our motivation as well behind why it is that we take the actions that we take. So it's gonna be a lot of that coming up this year. So something to really think about is, like, is your life truly aligned with your path, with what your higher self, like your goals and your dreams and your aspirations? Are you taking the necessary actions to get there? Do you have a plan, a step-by-step plan set in place, even if it's like a vague outline of what sort of steps you need to take to get to where you want to be? It doesn't mean you have to like push yourself and get burnt out to the point where you're just like going after your dreams and goals and like blocking out all happiness, all connection with others and all of that. That's not what it's about, but really like making sure that you are aligning the way that you take action and you're not feeling guilty about not taking action as well. It's just about aligning intuitively, instinctually with the way that you do take action. I feel like I've said action so many times already. I'm sorry. So the number 9 in tarot is the Hermit card. So this is the overarching archetypal tarot theme for the year, the entire year of 2025, which is super interesting because I do see correlations with this and the Vedic astrology for the year. So the Hermit card is a lot about retreating and isolating and taking more time to go inward, to be introspective, to really gain that divine wisdom that comes from within, that inner light that is within us, and really, like, you know, meditating and taking times to be in solitude, and all of that spiritual stuff that you do when you have time to really listen to yourself and to go within. So there are two really big shifts happening next year in Vedic astrology. There's so many big shifts happening, but two major ones in particular. The first one is that Saturn will move into Pisces from Aquarius, and this will happen at the end of March 2025 and will stay in Pisces for the next 3 years, I believe, a very long time. Saturn moving into Pisces is really signifying a completion of a karmic cycle, like I mentioned, moving from 2024 to 2025, number 8 year to a number 9 year is also like this completion of a karmic cycle. And this is because Saturn rules karma. Saturn rules responsibility and the hard things that we need to do to really live an authentic life. And Saturn is going to be now moving into the last sign of the zodiac and completing this cycle of the zodiacs, and like really completing the things that the lessons that we have learnt through time up until now. It's a time to like close those chapters and really take responsibility for our life. And it reminds me of the Hermit card, because the Hermit is really taking this spiritual responsibility that comes with Saturn moving into Pisces. Saturn, being the planet of responsibility and discipline and hard work and doing those hard things, is moving into one of the most spiritual signs, Pisces, that is really connected to otherworldly energies, to God, to spirit, to source. That is probably the main priority of a Pisces person. And this energy of Pisces and Saturn is really about taking spiritual responsibility to be able to connect with source, or your higher self, or God, or the universe, whoever you believe in, to connect and really gain that divine wisdom and insight requires this Hermit energy of taking space and time to go within, to meditate, to quieten the mind, to do the shadow work, to do the inner child work, like whatever it is that's coming up for you, to face those emotions and feelings and thoughts that are coming up, to reflect and journal and do that spiritual work necessary to gain the deepest wisdom and self-awareness that is, I feel, a big part of this year of 2025. And yeah, the Hermit card really is sort of illustrating that Saturn in Pisces. The second biggest theme is that Rahu will be moving from Pisces into Aquarius, and Ketu will be moving from Virgo into Leo around mid-May 2025, and will stay in these signs until December 6, 2026. This is massive, major shift, because wherever Rahu is, really, like, the collective is so tapped in to that energy, because Rahu is just making us obsess over, it's like expanding this energy, it's creating a lot of this energy in the collective. It's really allowing us to hone in on those themes and learn more about that theme of that sign. And also, like, we're being pushed towards our path and our future in alignment with the energetic themes of that sign. And if you have any planets, or wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, that's going to be really highlighted at the time when Rahu moves into Aquarius. And then kind of opposite with Ketu is wherever you have Ketu, Leo in your chart, where Ketu is going to move into. Any planets in Leo, or wherever you have what house you have Leo placed in, is where you're going to be more called to retreat, to isolate, to step away from. You're going to be clearing karma in that area of your life and clearing things that are really not aligned with your higher self. People from the past can also reappear to do with that area of your life, or situations or themes from your past can resurface to help you become more enlightened in that area of your life. So until mid-May 2025, Rahu is still in Pisces and Ketu is still in Virgo. And so until mid-May, we are still balancing out and coming to a completion of this balancing out of Pisces versus Virgo, this axis of like practical, grounded healing and spirituality versus the more ethereal, cosmic and intuitive spirituality and healing. And it's just like a balancing of these two areas of our life. Pisces is like this energy of Pisces will continue on in 2025 greatly, because Saturn will be moving into Pisces. So after Rahu has completed this cycle of really shining a light on Pisces, like all of these people and situations and ideas that have been hidden and repressed to do with healing in a spiritual way, to do with the truth of our life, in these intuitive insights to do with life and like spiritual healing, creative stuff, and like, you know, all these things to do with spirituality that have been repressed and not taken seriously. By the end of this Rahu in Pisces phase, I do feel, and also moving into next year, we're really taking spirituality seriously, and how important it is to do the inner work. It's just going to be more so emphasized in the year of 2025 with the Hermit card. Like, this is taking spiritual responsibility. This card also really says a lot. There's a lot of imagery I see that describes Rahu moving into Aquarius and Ketu moving into Leo next year. If you think about Ketu being our past lifetimes, our habits and patterns from the past that are holding us back from really being spiritually free, and now Ketu is moving in to Leo. Leo is our light that we shine, our strength and confidence in ourselves to shine that light and to be seen and to be heard and to do the creative things that we feel called to do whatever it is we feel called to do, to be fearlessly, courageously confident in our creativity and in shining our light and sharing our love for ourselves, as well as love for others. And it starts from within. But if you think about that light that we hold, like this Hermit card, the Hermit is searching for that light, and that's very Ketu in Leo, like searching for the inner light that is within us, and that requires taking spiritual responsibility and going within and, you know, meditating, taking that time out for yourself to remember who you are, who you really are. So that is very Ketu in Leo. Then Aquarius is like on the same spectrum as Leo, but on the other end. So what Aquarius has is what Leo is lacking. What Leo has is what Aquarius is lacking. But we all have the potential to balance out the spectrum within us and to heal that and to really have both measured out. It doesn't have to be like unequal. It can be balanced out within all of us. One thing that I think about with Rahu moving into Aquarius is that Aquarius is all about community, all about the people, and so humanitarian. And also that is very connected to the number 9, which rules this year. The number 9 is one of the numbers of the light worker, which is super humanitarian, and the actions that you take, like how is that helping create a better world for the collective, not just for yourself. That's like super Aquarian, and like thinking of these futuristic ways to help others. But something that I see in the Hermit card that resonates with Aquarian energy is that you can be so much about the people but still really feel quite alone and isolated, like the Hermit. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can just mean that sometimes in order to connect with a large group of people, like to connect so deeply with so many people, does actually require a phase of isolation or even moments of isolation in your routine, so that you get to know yourself better and deeper, because you can only connect with others as deeply as you have connected with yourself within. So that is very Aquarian, and that is very Hermit card actually. So it's like, yeah, like taking those moments to go within, to see that inner light within, which is like the Ketu in Leo, like that Leo strength and light of the sun, of your soul. The sun rules our soul, our pure light consciousness within us, and to really know that and understand that and feel that wisdom of yourself, you need to make space for yourself, which is very Hermit card. And I guess maybe this card is coming up because society as a whole, like we are all so busy and wrapped up in so many things in our lives that it's actually quite hard to do this, to take that spiritual responsibility, to take time out for yourself, to go within. Like there's so many things expected of us, like we have to work, a lot of us work 9-to-5 jobs, like some of us have kids, like we have so many responsibilities. And then there's like social activities, there's like things that we do that keep us so busy, and you have to actively make time to do this, to go within. And that is so important, and I think that is going to be highlighted this year. So I really feel like 2025 is going to be helping us to unlock and unravel deeper and deeper layers of ourself, and the self-discovery and the self-awareness that we're going to gain in 2025 is going to be so profound. We're gonna be called to heal and to process and to actually discern what is happening in our life on a deeper level. We're going to be called to integrate our life on such a deeper level, and to really ground all of the knowledge and what will become wisdom, which is different. Wisdom is different to knowledge. It's like really feeling what is true in your soul, because there's so much knowledge out there. Not everything is true, and what is truth, like you get to decide what is true, like you feel it in your soul. So this is the time for us to really do that. And with Rahu moving into Aquarius, that inner light that's within us that we are seeking and really rediscovering, we're going to share that with the world. The number 9 is the light worker number. Like we're sharing our light with the world once we really heal and integrate our light within us. And Aquarius really wants us to focus on not just ourselves, but like how are the creative things and, you know, the actions that we're taking, the goals and the dreams and the aspirations we have, how is that going to help create a better world and a better, you know, a better environment for everyone? Because when you're helping others, you're also helping yourself. Like we are all connected, and everything is connected, and we will have learned that and completed that learning from the number 8 year in 2024, as with the infinity, what goes around comes around, and everything is connected. So each action that we take and everything that we decide to do for ourselves is also, if we're doing something to help ourselves, we are also helping others in that way, because we are sharing this good energy out into the world, into the collective. When you are harming yourself, you're also sort of creating this domino effect of perpetuating that energy out into the world. So it's time to take spiritual responsibility for what we do, like each action that we take and how we look after ourselves. And for me, like, I just want to share a short, like, little personal thing. One of my best friends actually left the earth a few years ago from today, and I just want to share this as encouragement, because after she left us, I have just felt this stronger calling and stronger sense of responsibility to help in any way that I can on this earthly plane, to inspire others, to create a difference in even like the littlest things. And I do feel a stronger sense of responsibility in each action I take to better serve myself. And I'm not saying this in a way for you to feel guilty if you're doing things that aren't aligned. Like, guilt is one of the lowest vibrations. The biggest thing is to not feel bad about what you're doing, to feel in alignment with every action that you take. And alignment is everything. And you know, when you do start taking more and more spiritual responsibility for yourself, for your life, for each action that you take, and even if it's little actions each day, like the consistency of keeping up with that does make big differences in yourself, and then also domino effects into the lives of others around you that see you, that get inspired by you, that, you know, it is like a domino effect. And the stronger you become in yourself, the more that you'll be able to help others. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there with this video. I hope that you all have such a beautiful 2025. I hope that this video didn't sound like a rant in any ways. I felt like I ranted a little bit, but it's all coming from so much love and just like some of my personal insights that I feel like at least one person out there will be inspired by hearing. I'd love to hear your own insights and like anything that resonates. Yeah, and I hope that you all have such a beautiful 2025. Sending you all so many blessings for 2025. Start setting your intentions, prepare yourself for this new chapter. I hope that you all have a really great holidays as well, Christmas, New Year's, any other like sort of social family things that you're all doing. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.